Who's next? Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the It Factor podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jeremy Robinson. And today we have someone special, my great friend. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, my name is Victoria Makanjuola. I'm the host of the Feel Your Feelings podcast, and I'm a fellow podcaster as well, and been keeping in touch with Jeremy and the It Factor. He's been on my show, and so now I'm really grateful to be on his platform as well. So thank you for having me, Jeremy.
Look, it's a blessing to be talking to you. I love the relationship we have. I'm glad that we grow together, but also
Yeah.
something I have to tell you is before I get into the question, you might not know this, but you actually are the voice of the future. So you do
Of the
amazing
future,
things.
like some AI stuff
I've
or
been
what?
waiting. Yeah, some AI. No, but no, I've been waiting for you to bring the podcast back, and I'm so happy
I
to
know.
be a part of it and also just see you come back. Because I know the reason why you took a break, because you had to handle that business. So I
Yes,
understand.
sir.
So how are you doing mentally, physically, and emotionally?
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful question. And I've been gone because I got my degree. So this was me in May on stage with Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre.
Uh-huh.
And I graduated from USC and I got my master's degree. So I've been occupied since last August. Last June is when I recorded my last episode for
Hmm.
my show. And after that, I had intended to pick it back up and record new episodes, but I really just got scrambled. I had a lot going on personally, financially,
Hmm.
educationally, and I just decided like let me it just went down the priority list for me. So I focused on school, moved to Los Angeles in August,
Hmm.
um, basically on faith. And my mom flew out with me, helped me move in, and graduated in May and had intended to stay in LA till July of this year, but decided to sublease my apartment, come back home, and still want to go back again. But yeah, that's where I've been at, but it's always been in the back of my brain,
Hmm.
you know? Because like I meet new people and everything. Like, what do you do? Like, oh, you have a podcast. Like, I created like these laptop stickers. So I started like selling these on campus. So people kind of knew me in that space.
Hmm.
So I'm excited to pick it back up, but just kind of in a new lens now.
Got you. And I know we'll dive
Yeah.
into it. I have my a few things. I did a deep dive for you. I said, let me see what I can ask to, keep the conversation going, of course.
Yeah, I love that. Love that.
One of my first questions is congrats on getting your degree,
Thank you.
from USC, the
Thank
prestigious
you.
University of Southern California, by the way.
Absolutely. Fight on.
uh, and I would say, how was your journey? How did it shape who you are now? You going into your profession, but also, well, being in your profession and just getting more education, but also as a podcaster and as a person. How did it shape you emotionally?
Mhm. So I know you asked me how I was doing physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I want to get to that
Hmm.
first. Mentally, I would say it's like a roller coaster up here. It's
Gotcha.
up and sometimes it's down. Emotionally, I would say like I have a good heart posture at the moment. My heart is open. I feel like I'm letting go of like some emotional baggage and of people like misunderstanding me or maybe like ignoring me and not really getting what I want to do or what's next. Um, Spiritually, I feel like I could definitely continue growing spiritually, and that's like a daily day-to-day process of strengthening my faith, reading the word and yeah, I think being I've had a lot of like quiet time since I've been back home, like going to the library, being in my room, being in my own environment. Like I've just had a lot of time to just think and hear my thoughts and reflect too on like this past journey that I've been on and just really like look at everything that I've accomplished. Um, what else? I think I hit the basis there. But yeah, being at the academy at USC Ivy and Young Academy, it showed me really how to be a better collaborator
Mm.
and really develop my interpersonal relationships. I thought I was good at that before, with podcasting and meeting people, but I really didn't really have the skill set in person, working with people and my classmates, like everyone has like a role, I think, and everyone has their own strengths. So building on like you're strong here, you're strong in building slides, you're strong in like speaking. And I just felt like I was really just trying to navigate where I fit. And I feel like it was a great place for me to just like do do everything kind of and learn new skills. I learned design skills, business, technology. I learned how to sew.
Mhm.
I learned
Okay.
how to tech code and everything like that. So it really just let me experiment and really lean into my creative side. So I feel like I've grown emotionally as a person and in that I'm able to like look at my own weaknesses and kind of parse out what I can do with them and also find my strengths as well because
Yeah.
I think I found a stronger side of myself there too.
Okay.
Like I got nominated to be the student speaker at graduation. As I also nominated myself to challenge myself to like speak in front of others and
Mhm.
you know not not for myself but really to like what's the word? I'm blanking. But like to like hype up everyone else's experiences because it wasn't just about me. It was like our collective moment.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I thought about the whole thing was like put me like move me to the
Backpack
side.
it. Mhm.
Yeah, like move self to the side, which is something my mom says all the time and just like focus on the main thing. And so I think it really helped me to focus on the main thing and not be too like in my head. So,
Yeah, I like
yeah.
that. I like that. And I used to
Thank
have a
you.
couple that used to say, keep the main thing the main thing. And for a
Keep the
long
main
time,
thing the main thing.
I was trying to
Exactly.
figure out what that was. And then I started
Yeah,
realizing, hey, follow God's path. Hey, do what you
exactly.
can do, control what
Exactly.
you can control. But
For
whatever you
sure.
do, keep the main thing the main thing. Don't stress it. And you're definitely doing that.
Absolutely.
You're definitely doing that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, what inspired you to name your podcast The Through Your Feelings podcast?
See, what had happened was so it originally started off as a capstone project at the George Washington University.
Okay, now.
So if you don't know me, I'm a huge nerd. I've been in school since I was like before I can remember, basically. I've always been in school, and this is my second master's degree that I just had.
Mhm.
But the first one was at GW. And what inspired me to name it that, I really had no idea what I wanted to name it. It was just something that kind of imprinted on me. And I was like, feel your feelings. And I thought it sounded corny at first, but I wanted to add like a Z to the end to emphasize Gen Z, my generation. And I was also really heavily influenced by like Tupac Shakur and like his music. And I know his album All Eyes on Me had like the Z on it. And I just thought that was like really cool. And I'm just like, I kind of want to do something like trendy like that. However, most recently, since I've been in reflection mode and thinking about where I wanted the direction I want to take it, I changed the name to Feel Your Feelings, the podcast
Hmm.
instead of like the Feel Your Feelings podcast. So it's just kind of a slight change, if you will, but the essence is still the same. It's still based on a foundation of mental health, and it's going to be a little bit different because I want to talk to athletes, artists, and authors. So I saw you the athletes part, so
Yeah, I got
we
you.
could dive into
Look, I
that.
got you. I got you. You ain't got to worry about that part. Well, all of it, but
So
I got you.
I'm excited. I'm excited about the direction that it's going in.
Okay, and I say, what's your it factor? Why do you do what you do?
Hmm. Why do I do what I do?
Mhm.
Because I truly believe that everyone deserves, everyone wants to, and everyone deserves to be seen and heard
Yes.
and felt.
Hmm.
So I think that's why I do what I do is because I want to express that deepest part of myself that like is screaming to be heard, but doesn't really have an outlet or like an echo chamber to really release that or express that. And the opposite of like depression is expression. So I think I have the it factor of because I give myself space to express
Hmm.
freely and um not not suppress. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And definitely, for me, my time being on your show, I can tell that you made me think and put some things into perspective. So, when you took your break, I was like, I know it's needed. And
Yeah.
so I'm thankful for what you went out and did because you went out and finished school. You're gonna come back strong. And also you got to see some things that like we talked about a little bit in the show that we was on with Dan One and literally was some of the things I was sitting there, I was like, okay, well, I got to get home show. And then you asked me before. I said, God, you be working, just align
Mm-hmm.
right how it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I would say I understand that you took a break, for your while you was at USC. I would say, how was that for you? Like stepping away from something you love to do, and that you doing well in, but not saying you stopped it, but hey, you had to take a break. How did that feel?
Mm. It felt it felt good, honestly.
Yeah,
Like I had a chance to really just figure myself out and learn my likes and dislikes. I got to live and learn in LA, which is my dream city.
yeah,
And I feel blessed that I had that opportunity to just gain real life experience because I feel like the people who have real world experience and have seen things have the ability to like share things or have the ability to connect with people on a deeper level
yes,
rather than someone who hasn't went out in the world and really experienced life. So yeah, I've had a chance to like really be out there and be a Californian and an LA girl and like uh immerse myself in that culture of like, Kendrick Lamar and Kobe Bryant, Nipsey Hussle, and like just LA. And like the biggest compliment I got when I was out there was after graduation. And one of the parents, people were coming up to me because we had a reception afterwards, and I think it was a parent or someone, but he was like, "You're so LA. Like I wouldn't be able to tell that you weren't, from here or anything. I wasn't claiming to be, but he was like, "You're so LA." And like I still remember that. And I'm like,
hmm.
that's the whole point.
Yeah,
That's what this was all about. And I love Los Angeles and yeah, I hope I'm answering your question.
you are. You
But
definitely.
yeah, it was a great place
Yeah.
for me to it was like a great mirror
Hmm.
for me.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. You did a good job. Hey,
Thank you.
ain't nothing wrong with that explanation. Everybody needs a break. Everybody needs a break.
Yes, it
You
was
know.
great. It was a great break. Yeah, it's a great break.
Yeah. It may not look like I take breaks, but I do.
We see
Podcast don't
that's
look like it does, but it does. It's like throw you over here. Take a break.
you need it. I mean, podcasts,
Hmm.
I don't know about you and like you could talk about your process of how close you are to your show if you like you're constantly like if you have an idea it's like, "Oh, I got to do this, I got to do this," and then like record every day.
Hmm.
Um I think I needed space
Yeah.
for a while to figure out how like where I wanted to go with it because at some point like I felt like I was talking to anybody and everybody and I wasn't really giving space or even like boundaries for myself with
Hmm.
what I wanted and good people reaching out to me like amazing people like speakers and things like that but I was also like
Mm.
now this might get a little heavy if I'm talking to anybody and everybody. I need to have a theme or some sort of niche,
Right.
not like niche down. I know that's a whole section of content that people talk about, but I need to have some sort of specification that I can focus on and like lean into so I'm not just like overexerting myself and
Yes.
talking about everything and I don't know what I'm talking about.
There
So
you go. So that's why you see, I keep it to the same. Like, it could be different people, but some of the things are, of course, fitting to the person that I'm interviewing. But something I have learned in my 5 years, not about to be six.
period.
Um,
Congratulations.
I have learned, thank you, that I like, hey, take a step back, take time to, I got my manifesto right here, my notebook. I go and research my people. I try to go ahead and get the bio if I don't know you personally. But some people, questions come easy. Some is got to
Yeah.
put some work in. But I make sure I give people their own space to speak. And I'm not overdoing it. I can't do multiple shows in a week, man. Like I usually do it where I can do two and three a day. And I was like, oh, and then it was like 1 or 2 weeks, right? It sounds
Yeah,
like it's not a lot, but it actually is a lot mentally because it's like,
especially
I got to do this. So you got to space it out. So, yeah.
especially when you're, someone like us, independent,
Hmm.
you work from home, you do your creative, you do your podcast from home. You have a life outside of your podcast as well. You got to be particular with the energies that you're, bringing in because it's already heavy enough. So,
So,
totally understandable.
look, that's my token to what I do, and got a lot more, we always talking.
Mhm.
Um, so I would say this to you. Who are you outside of all that you do, Victoria? Outside of
Who am I?
education.
Who am I?
Everything.
I'm the shogun. Do you get the reference?
Yeah, him to
What's
show
the
you.
reference?
Hey,
What's the ref?
it's from Bruce Leroy.
Yes, yes.
Southern
OMG. So
Shogun.
that's a whole nother thing because my grad cap
Uh-huh.
was inspired by The Last Dragon, and I had Julius Carry, rest in peace.
Okay.
And it said who is the master on it. I love
Mm-hmm.
that movie ever since I saw that movie, and like it just resonated deeply
Mm-hmm.
um with me. So yeah, shout out to The Last Dragon. Who am I? I'm just a girl who likes to create, who's still figuring out how to find and feel empowered by the voice that I have.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because Meghan Markle, love her so much.
Mm-hmm.
She had said something on a panel about something about women's empowerment, and someone was asking her about, and don't quote me or anything, but women having a voice or feeling, speaking out.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, women have a voice. They just need to feel empowered to use it. It's not like we don't have a voice, but like we do need to feel empowered to use it. So I think to your question, that's who I am at the moment is I'm someone who is feeling empowered um to use my voice because I have one and I have a platform,
Mm-hmm.
which therefore means I have a responsibility to talk about things that matter. So, yeah,
Love it. Love it. And
thank
that leads
you.
to my next question. I say,
I love that question. I love
thank
that
you.
question.
Thank you. I say so. As someone who uses her voice to uplift others, how do you, make space for yourself, for your healing, for your vulnerability behind the mic?
Hmm. 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 I don't know. I don't know. I make time most of the time. Like when I'm not talking, I'm not talking. I'm learning. Like when I'm not learning, I'm learning.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that sounds confusing, but like outside of this, I'm reading new books. I'm picking up new skills. I'm trying to learn Japanese right now. I'm reading a book on how to take charge of your financial future. Um, I feel like there's always something like going on in my head
Mm-hmm.
to like keep seeking and searching. So when I'm not like speaking, I think I'm just very still. I'm trying to be still and just quiet and just trying to listen to like my inner voice. Because it's really noisy. It's just
Uh-huh.
really noisy right now. There's a lot happening. I love listening to music. Music really calms me down. Um, and it really like influences and affects my spirit and my energy. So when I'm not speaking, I'm just trying to prioritize my other skills, like my physical health,
Mm-hmm.
uh, just learning. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I'm on point with that. I don't know.
Nah,
I don't know how that sounded, but
it's you.
yeah.
I mean, I get
Yeah.
that because you all right. You have to pour into yourself, and that's how you pour into
Yeah.
yourself. That's clear. We just make the question sound bigger than what it is. But
That's right.
you out here reading, you out here educating yourself, you out here pouring into yourself,
You
so you
got
can be your
to.
best self when it comes to everybody
I,
else.
I'm trying to be the master of me. Like Kiki Palmer
Yes.
has a new book out called Master of Me.
Okay.
And I didn't really get to finish reading it, but that's basically what she's saying and like what she's seeking is to like be the master of herself. Even as an actress, when you have to like be other characters and people want you to do different things, but like at the end of the day, like you're with you.
Yes.
What's that saying? It's like no matter where you go, there you are, or
Hmm.
something like that. So we have to live with ourselves day and night. So yeah, I'm just trying to be comfortable with me and figure out who I really am. So
Got you. So I say, now that you
yeah,
complete your master's, you done with it. You know, your second master's, by the way, super educated. What does the next chapter for you look like?
it's still unwritten.
I like that.
It's still unwritten.
Yeah.
I'm leaving it up to God, to the Most High, to the divine. But I do believe in personal power as well. I have faith without works is dead, so I'm taking steps to create the best future that I want. And we've talked about this on Dan Juan's podcast as well about me wanting to enter like the sports and entertainment fields.
Hmm.
So I'm knocking and looking for opportunities to go back to Los Angeles, like I've said before. And also in that podcast, I said that I would love to work with the LA 28 Olympic Games. So I'm putting that out there to the universe
Hmm.
because you never know who's watching, even on platforms like this and everything. So thank you for asking that question because I think sometimes as a recent grad, I can look at it as like, oh my God, like I keep asking, and trust me, I get asked it like by family members and almost every other day. And,
Hmm.
it's just a feeling. People don't even have to ask. You just kind of feel it like,
Yeah. They're
they're
like,
gonna
what you gonna
ask.
do? What you gonna do?
I feel it. So
Okay.
I'm grateful for it because it means that people are like they see me like in a light of like they know I'm going somewhere.
Hmm.
And I respect that because I'm like, oh, like you actually see me like doing more. Like I haven't peaked yet. And I was just talking to my sister about this yesterday about like being happy that we didn't peak in high school. And I was telling her, I was like, I feel like I haven't peaked yet. Like I
Uh-huh.
still feel like I haven't peaked yet, despite all the accomplishments that I've had. Like I still feel like there's more for me to do, more for me to achieve, not on a superficial level, but just on like a genuine spiritual level. Like I'm
Hmm.
not tied to those accomplishments. I know that there's more for me to do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. I feel the same way, you know. I had some good, don't get me wrong. I had highs, right? You have your highs,
Yeah,
low,
highs.
cool. But
Yes, yes.
in my highs, I started to know that, and I wrote about it in my first book, that in me writing that book called Black Man, I literally was talking about growing up without a father, single parent home and playing football. Football didn't go the way I wanted it to because of like health issues when it happened. Thankful to be healthy
Mm-hmm.
now. But
Yeah.
just things happened, right? Cool. And as time went, I started to realize God had me through all this. And through all this, I was being successful. But I didn't see it. Like you forever reaching success. It's not like we say peak or I met this, it's gonna be a forever mountain
Mm-hmm.
that we climb.
Mm-hmm.
And you should want it to be that way because if you hit it, like I said, remember when you had me on your show, it was like if I interviewed Shannon Sharp, right? Even to this day,
Yes.
and that was
Yeah.
it, and that was it. Like I said, oh yeah, I'm not podcasting no more. I did what I wanted to do. Then it'd be wrong on me because it's like, was I just only doing this for me and for the gain I could get from it, or was I really saying what I meant, which is to help people
Right.
change the narrative?
Right.
So we have to take us out of it. And that's how we see what our purpose is. But also that's how we're forever reaching that thing we call success. Because
That's what I'm talking about.
if I
Yeah.
was trying to go at that peak and that was it, I did it. I done some things that I wrote in my notebooks that are filled up now. And I did it. And I'm sitting here like, man, famous people sitting in the house. I had come working people, they did this, we did this interview, I did this. And if it was only me, man, I would have been done with this. So I'm thankful you're getting to that realization because that's showing that all the doors you're knocking on, about 20 of them gonna be open,
Yes,
you know.
sir.
So
Yes, sir. I
keep
love
on it. Just keep
Thank you.
on it.
Thank you. You too. You too. Seriously.
Thank
And
you.
like I love how you just talked about like moving self out of the way
Yeah,
and focusing on
it ain't about
focusing
you.
on more. Right. Yeah.
we it takes so much to realize that, but
Mm-hmm.
it ain't really about us,
I feel you.
bigger than us.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say, what other question? If any young women were watching your podcast and say, I always like to say, oh, if they wanted to be in your shoes, but I'm gonna switch this up this time. And you wanted them to take some advice from the great people and yourself having podcasts, what would that advice be, if it's anything?
Mm. Keep being you.
Mhm.
Keep being you. You're unique. You have uh you have gems within you that people need to hear
Mhm.
and see. And I'm talking to in my mind, I when you say like, young women, I think of like my younger cousins. I have a lot of young cousins who are so smart, so passionate, and are going places as well. And I'm thinking of them. And I just would love to be a good example for them. And if they were like right here, I'd tell them like, be yourself, keep going. Like this is your style, stick with it. Don't let anyone tell you different. Um, yeah, because life tries to change us
Yes.
from a young age, influence us in a way of like, if you like something, there's always like, oh, well, this is that, and this is not
Mhm.
good because da da da, or da da da. So try to listen to your intuition as much as possible, like your inner compass. Let it guide you.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
Love it. I love it. I say, when it's all said and done, what would you like to be remembered for?
Oh, you're not gonna ask me that MJW question. Rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner,
Hey,
because he recently passed.
yeah.
Rest his soul, and they've been playing like segments of his from when he was on podcasts, and they would ask him that question a lot,
Hmm.
like, "How do you want to be remembered?" And I was just awed because he had such an eloquent response, and now he's being remembered for those things, like making people smile and not doing harm to people and just being a good dad and um being on the Cosby show and like that kind of stuff. So yeah, he's still like in my mind so much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. I want to leave legacy up to others that were able to like really feel my presence and spirit. I'm focused on living.
Hmm.
I'm truly focused on living right now. I'm not even focused on like long term and like I truly I'm focused on living. Like however people remember me is up to them. I know I'm a good person. I know that I have things I want to share with the world. And I know there's people that I want to talk to that I haven't even met yet that I know like connecting with them or having them on my show is just going to be like something like monumental.
Yeah.
So
And
it's still it's still unwritten.
yeah.
It's still unwritten. I don't know. I don't have an answer
Yeah.
to that.
So my question to that is, who are your, I ain't gonna say one person, your top six people. I give you enough room. Six
Top
people.
six.
Six
Ooh,
people
on my show.
that you would love to have on your show.
Ooh. I actually think I already have them written down,
Okay.
but I don't have my my notebook. Oh, top six people.
I gave you six. A lot of
Okay, so I'm restructuring it to talk to authors, athletes, and artists.
hmm.
So I'm just gonna do like the people that immediately come to my mind. I have this written down. I feel like, I'm not okay. So the people that I've mentioned before were Justin Bieber,
Yep.
Halle Bailey, Keke Palmer, authors, Vanessa Walters. I read her book. I finished reading her book the other day called The Niger Wife,
Hmm.
and basically about women that move to Nigeria that live with their husbands there from abroad. they're not like native to Nigeria, and it's kind of like a murder mystery thing. And they're adapting it into a film at H series or film at HBO. So would love to talk to her about her book.
Okay.
How many people was that? Was that four?
That's my fault. Yeah.
That's four.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Kind of like up and coming artists too. I follow a lot of up and coming artists, and I'll shout out some of them like Sire, Young Keta, Isaiah Lee, Amen. Um, yeah, people that I follow and that follow me back on social media, and they're
Okay.
up and coming artists. They have great music out right now. I would love to chat with them. So it's not just like big name artists that already have like an established platform.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? I need an athlete in there. I need an athlete. Ooh, I need an athlete. It's fun fact. The last person that I talked to on my podcast was an Olympian. She's a
Okay.
two-time figure skater, two-time Olympian.
Yeah.
Um, which when I look back at that, I'm like, I really talked to an Olympian. So I think I would love to talk to another Olympian
Okay.
or an Olympic athlete on my show. And I might actually have someone in mind. I don't remember her name. I
Okay.
think she's Russian. I forgot her name, but I would love to have her on my show as well. So,
Well, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Do you have any questions for me?
yeah, how would you like to be remembered?
Ooh, I mean, that's simple.
Same same question. I'm saying it with my chest too.
Oh God. This is a nice person, man. Kind of how you said. I mean, I really don't care how people remember me. Sound bad, but I know that I would like people to know that hey, I was there to help, and that's the biggest thing I would hear if it was. I don't look at it as a funeral type thing. If when I ask it,
Mm-hmm.
I look at it
Mm-hmm.
as if like I retired. I'm not podcasting. No, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at home with my children and just sitting there and chilling, just relaxing. That's how I look at it. And just hey man, Jerry was a good guy. Had good conversation.
Yes,
He met some good people. Or he always was willing to help.
that's right.
That's it. I got a whole list of this. That's it. So yeah, I was willing to help people the best I could. Probably be misunderstood in some of the things that I did, but
Yeah,
down the line, I think people be like, "Oh, it was all for the better good." That was it. It ain't
that's so
no
sweet.
end all none of that.
That's so real. That's so real. Um, I was thinking of the other day how like Gen Z has kind of a funny response to everything.
Uh-huh.
And with death, there's been back to back people passing, like Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan just passed. So it's like they come in threes. And I feel like we can kind of get numb to it a bit when we see like these stars and people that we look up to like dying. And it's someone people were leaving comments like, guys, like this is really serious. Like we need to be praying, people are dying, like just cause like death is serious. And I was just thinking of people's headstones and like what would mine say? And if we're just being like Gen Z, like it would be like, not I'm dead. Because I don't know, I feel like a part of me and like the collective feels invincible,
Yeah,
because we're so focused on living. But we are human. I am human, and life is life. But I feel like in a funny way, that would be something I could relate to. It's like, not I'm dead. Like, what? Anyway,
yeah. Okay. Okay. Any other questions?
mm. So, as someone who wants to move in the direction of talking with athletes and, artists and authors, I know you've talked to many prominent athletes. And I'm based in Dallas. And one of the athletes I would love to have on, if I can add him to the list, is Clay Thompson.
Okay.
How
Yeah.
could how could a person like me
Mhm.
get someone like that to come on my podcast?
So if you read The Art of Networking by the If at podcast, you can get all the tips. But no.
Yeah, I really need to run the episodes back.
Right. But no, my honest suggestion to you is first off, we got social media age. So I would say go that route. DM wise, see if they have an email, see if Clay has a team who works with Clay. He's usually a person. But in doing that, write it out first. Yeah, write his name. Write out why you want to interview him. You want to know
Mm-hmm.
something crazy? Write out the questions. Write out the questions you want to ask so that once you get it booked, you can go and do it. See, a lot of times people see it as, oh, he's sitting down with Gail Bean. She's a big time actor. Oh, she at his house, but don't know 10 to 12 weeks before that, or months before that, or a year before that. I wrote down at least 5 questions to the 12 or 14 that I asked. So you can always be prepared. Because you never
Mm-hmm.
know what people are doing. But also, like anyway, talking to me and Dan one, people are people. They are
That's
come and
right.
they put their pants on one leg at a time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
their stories are meant to be told. A lot of people don't interview Clay. Not that I haven't seen that are not athletes. ESPN and Clay being retired.
Yeah, he's a low key
Yeah.
guy.
Now he's just getting a lot of publicity because, of course, he dates Meg. And I hope that
Mm-hmm.
works,
Yeah, me too.
because I like Meg. But,
Mm-hmm.
and I like Clay. But with listening to Steph today, coincidentally, I was listening to Steph on some podcast and he was talking about Clay because, they have a lot of history together. I was like, now that you're asking this, I'm like, that's another route. So see who works with Steph. That could be something, and if you can get Steph, you can get Clay. So it's that type of thing. I would say find out the mama, find out the auntie, cousin, sister, all the people. It sounds crazy, but it's a method to the madness. When you're passionate like we are, go after it. And I'll tell you one thing, you're gonna pat yourself on the back. When you actually do it, you're gonna be like, I did. Man, that's what's up. And you put the work in, you're gonna appreciate the journey more than the interview. It
That's right.
sounds crazy, but it literally you're gonna appreciate the journey more. And you can like, I really stuck to this, and that's what I wish people would see in podcasts and when you reach out to, especially anybody, but when you reach out to somebody that you always like, I know you want to interview Kiki Palmer, Justin Bieber, but when you get the interview, if they only could hear this and know, like, dang, people really care. Like, yes, you just want to interview. I don't want no
Mm-hmm.
man crazy.
Yeah.
I want to interview you, bro, and get my audience to see that they can do this too, and whatever they're going after. So yeah, Clay can happen. You interviewing Clay? Yeah, you gonna do it. Let me know how I can help.
Thank you.
And I like Clay, because you get Clay, I get Clay. We get,
It's a
get
it's a
Clay.
package deal. No, he's a Dallas Maverick, so respect to the city and respect to the team. So
Yeah, man. I be
I
forgetting.
think he has a lot of depth
I know he's still in the
that would love
NBA. I
to.
be forgetting though. I be like, he
Yeah.
retired. Then in my head, I be like, no, he not.
Mm-hmm.
Just he ain't dominating
Yeah.
like he still dominating. Because
Right.
that's what Steph just said. He just dropped like 72 points. Something. There's a video of him. So start there. I mean, get there. This is another thing advice I give. Like I know you have seen me do it, the pitching and things of that nature, but you do it well. Let me know how I can help. You get pictures of him when he was, dominating with the Warriors, and go from that. And
Mm-hmm.
tag
Mm-hmm.
and reach out. It sounds crazy, but be very honest. If you didn't have to do it, you wouldn't be doing it. So that's the way you get people not only
Yeah.
attention, but you let people see that. Oh, she really
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah, I think one thing that people might not know about me or don't know about me is that when I was younger, my first love was sports. I wanted to
Mhm.
play tennis when I was like 7, 8 years old because I used to watch VHS videos of Venus and Serena Williams playing tennis. And even my parents said like when I was little, I just like loved sports and wanted to
Yeah.
play tennis. Like I knew very clearly that I wanted to do I knew I wanted to be famous.
Mhm.
I knew I wanted to be famous, either an actress, author, or an athlete. So with like
Okay.
the athlete thing, I did tennis in high school. I played like on varsity. I'm not saying I was the best player.
Yeah.
Lord knows I wasn't. But I played that sport until I got physically tired of it. Writing, I also could see myself like as a writer and what was the other one? Acting. I love entertainment and like movies and TV shows and things like that. So when I really thought about it, I'm like, even though like I'm wasn't able to like do all of those things all at once, but I could still talk to people that are currently doing those
And in
things
that way, you're
while
doing.
still fulfilling like my inner child of being
Yeah.
like, hold up, like that dream isn't over yet. It's not
Uh-huh.
over yet. We can still talk to athletes. I'm still so inspired by the Williams sisters as well. So
So
yeah, I just wanted
yeah,
people to know the intention behind that in case
yeah.
they're
So how
like,
you
okay,
just
well,
told,
but who are you? Are you a
yeah.
sports journalist? Are
No.
you in sport? Do you work in sports?
Mhm.
No, but I have a love for it. So I feel like
Yeah.
I could still talk to you. Like,
I got something for you today. Not
right.
to cut you off or anything, but so I was in Barnes, no, right? Saw the book. Bo Jackson. Ooh, love football, play football. Know a lot of football players, right? I said, yeah, I want to interview him. But in the midst of me doing that, I was thinking about writing an article. The article comes out. It's actually out now on my Substack. It comes out later today. I'm gonna do it. I did a visual. I'm talking about I went
Ooh,
off.
I need to subscribe to your Substack. That's another like very underrated platform
Yes,
though.
this is big dog. But I did all that right, and I compared Bo, I compared Deion Sanders, and I compared Travis Hunter. How I did it in this article basically was I took the negativity out of, oh, they just keep talking about Travis and off field stuff, and it's really not that serious. And saying he can't play both sides, and I'm like, but you do know that we have two football players and multiple athletes that have played two sports while playing at the highest level.
Yes,
We
yeah.
knowing Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders, I was like, let me go ahead and write about that, and I did it, and so much so I was like, let me make a visual, and that comes out the day at 5. But I'm saying all that to say, do it. Don't let anything else stop you from doing it. Because granted, if they don't see it, they see it. It ain't about that no more, Victoria. I think at first it was like, oh dang, Shannon Sharp didn't see this, or they saw it, they didn't say nothing back. It's like, look, you keep doing the
Mm-hmm.
work, people gonna see it, and they gonna see how much work you have been putting in. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, I need to go on this platform more than I need to go.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing that's gonna happen.
And if I don't, someone else will.
Yes.
I truly believe that. It's like a hard truth that I think about a lot. And with my show, it's something I had to think of like, okay, if I don't continue this, somebody else is gonna take it up and take it to the next level.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be
So
sitting here
so
like,
do it. Gotta do it. Look, we here to help too. We here to help. You know. I got an athlete right now. I think about my guy. I went to his house. Definitely gonna pitch him your way because he's a good guy. He went through some big hardships, so he would be good to be sitting down with you and tell the story. And he'll be happy to do it.
I would love that. And I think the core of the show is still mental health focused. Like
Yeah.
I do want to get to the heart of that, not just talking to someone because of their fame or, you
No.
know,
Yeah. Definitely.
the clout, but really getting to how they're doing up here. Like what is their Mamba mentality like?
Hmm.
Like what's because being an athlete is like 50% mental.
Yes.
As a former, youth athlete myself, it was a very mental sport and I felt unqualified myself as an athlete.
Mhm.
My skill set was not where it was supposed to be. I first picked up a racket when I was like 7, 8, kind of played at the park with my dad. And then I'm in high school and I go up to the tennis coach and I'm like, oh, yeah, I want to play. And she puts me on the team and my skill level is like, I was bullied so bad.
Oh,
I was bullied like crazy. And now I'm looking back like, well, dang, I really, I can
look.
see why they they were clowning me. But I did a summer camp in Houston, like the summer after junior year ish. And it was like a free summer camp. Shout out to the Zena Garrison Tennis Academy. And they put me with they were called the Futures. The little kids were the Futures group. These kids could play so good. And I'm out there trying, just hitting the ball. And they had us running a mile and stuff. And the kids my age, like college level athletes, like they were doing great, but it felt like a good place for me to like humble myself first of all, and really learn the basics of the sport that I loved.
Yeah.
And even though, in the long run, I didn't keep playing it, I learned a lot about myself mentally. And even the athletes that I was like kind of jealous of and like looking at and like, oh wow, they're so good. Like some of them were struggling too.
Hmm.
Like one girl ended up going to Harvard and playing tennis. But at the end of practice, I remember I was like looking at her like, oh my gosh, she's so good. And like I was scared to even say hi to her. And she's like,
Hmm.
at the end of practice, she's exhausted. She has like tears in her eyes and like she's just ready to go. And I'm like, I don't even know what she's going through, and I'm here comparing myself to her, and
Mhm.
I don't even know what's happening with her right now. So yeah, I think it just ties back to being yourself,
Yeah.
and it'll work itself out in the end.
Mhm.
And
Look,
now I'm still here, loving tennis and
yeah,
opening up my platform to want to talk to athletes. So
I love
yeah,
that. I love that. And we gonna get Clay on it. We gonna get Clay. Look, we gonna get most of all of them that you spoke.
God, you.
I believe
I see what you're doing for others, Lord. I see what you're doing for others. So
it. It's just Clay. It's just look. I'm in
okay.
Texas. I'm already in Texas.
We have so much to talk about, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. But when you said when you're interviewing people,
Mm.
when you're actually interviewing that person, you have them on your show. Like, what's running through your mind? Does it hit you afterwards, or are you just in the middle of the conversation and like,
It's
this
for
is
um,
this is Clay Thompson.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It happens before. It happens before. Like it's like a It's I take it like when I play football, right? And it's like before the ball snap. And if you heard it before, a lot of guys would say something like on the lines of after that ball snap, I'm good. Like the nerves gone. Basketball. Oh, I thought I went out there and saw the jump ball. I ran down, played defense or offense. I was good. That's how I felt. So it's like a switch. Once I'm sitting, I'm like, oh man, oh, this Clay Thompson. Oh man, like then I look, probably pray before start the show once they on and everything. In person is kind of harder because it's like, oh man, gotta keep it together. But I have fanned out. I'm like, man, I'm a big fan of you. Da da da. Get it out of the way, then go right into it. And
Hmm.
it's one of those things where I think I have grown into because at first I remember talking about, oh, what if I interviewed? I remember talking about Ryan Clark, like, oh, what if I interviewed Ryan Clark with my boy Dane, my best friend back home, and we grew up watching him and everything, watching Ryan Clark at LSU and stuff like that. So when I reached out and he DM'd me back, and was like, yeah, I'm down with it. And then everything went on. We set it up. We get into the show. So I'm sitting here sweating, and my wife looked at me and was
And this
like,
is in person too. Like,
yeah,
you have
we virtual, but we are.
oh, virtual. Yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, wait, I'm waiting. And once it happens, I think I turned the camera on. But hey man, how you doing? And we recorded, started. I was like, people is regular. Same with another guy. I got his jersey up here. My
That's what
guy,
President Obama said on a podcast
yeah,
too. He's like,
people,
when you get to in rooms with people, that you really look up to, they're just people too. They're
yeah,
no
they're
smarter,
people.
better,
Hmm.
or different than I am.
Yeah,
They just might have been more confident or
yeah,
louder or something, but
yeah,
they're no different. And I think going to USC also prepped me
good.
for this
Hmm.
because, as you know, or if you're not familiar with USC, we have one of the best uh, athletics team like
Yeah.
in the nation.
Hmm.
It's a UC children of celebrities and famous rich people there. There's nicknames for the school and whatnot, which we won't dive into. But I was exposed to that. Like I went to classes with famous actresses and I met a lot of famous people on campus. I saw like Juju Watkins play, and everything. And Michael B. Jordan and Snoop Dogg were in the arena. And in my mind, I'm like going crazy, but I'm like, but this is their environment. Like this is
Yeah.
natural. This is normal.
Hmm.
So being there also gave me a pinch me uh
Yeah.
type
There
energy
you
too. It's
go.
like, oh my gosh, like this is cool. But at the same time, I'm like, wait, I go to school with Natalia Bryant. I go to school with Storm Reed. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Like, and they're cool people. So yeah, it just showed me that I'm just as qualified and I'm just
Yep.
as, smart and talented, and we can all thrive and succeed here. No matter what title or what background you have, because we're all here to learn and we're all here to get our degree and grow and be better. So,
Yeah. So
yeah.
yeah, that's my advice, man. You hit it right on the head. That's when I go into these or had these situations, I'm just thankful to have them. And then doing it so long now, it's just like, hey, they regular people. It's cool.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. We human. I'm dang this. Oh man,
Yeah. if
Yeah.
I see Kendrick Lamar or like SZA, I'm going to freak out.
Yeah.
I'm going to
But if I
freak
had to do
out.
an interview with him, once I'm done with that, yeah, man. But yeah, it's good to meet you. Hey, how you doing? And I think it's catch people off guard because it like, dang, you really switch. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
do my job like you got to do it. So,
Yeah, and that was the first thing. Like even my sister prepped me like big time before I went. She's like, when you go out there and you see famous people, do not fangirl.
yeah,
Just be
don't yeah.
yourself. Just be yourself. Act natural. Like don't lead with that. They're a person just like you are.
Mhm.
And I would do that as much as possible with people that I met, and it was so much better that way. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's all I had.
yeah. Well, thank you for having me. This was great. I could talk to you for another hour or so,
Already
but we
know.
will definitely be in touch and gonna keep leaning on you for advice and feedback as I move forward with my show. And I'm gonna keep watching some of your episodes too. I need to catch up on your show.
Thank you.
So yeah, you had some great people on there. Shout out Danielle Germain, one of my good friends who we met on LinkedIn because I
Mhm.
was applying for a role to work for Angela Rye. And I saw she had worked with her and I asked her about her experience and we just connected that way.
Yeah,
And we've never met in person, but I feel like we've met and we've known each other for a long time. So shout out to Danielle. And I need to watch that episode.
cool.
Um, and yeah, I'll have you back on my show soon.
I'm
So
ready.
yeah,
All right, then. I'll talk to you soon.
talk to you soon. Thank you.
Bye.